everyone, welcome and welcome you all to my channel. So for today we are going to be making a simple video on how to cut a wrap crop top. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, thanks a lot. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. So for today we are wearing this spaghetti gown. Okay, so if you want us to make this video in our next class, kindly comment down below and we are going to treat this top in our next class. So what are the basic measurements required for your wrap crop top? We have our shoulder measurement, bust measurement, waist measurement and our top length. So our shoulder measurement is 15. 15 divided by 2, we have 7.5 inches. Our bust is 35. 35 plus 2 divided by 4 plus 1, we have 10.25. Our waist measurement plus 2 divided by 4 plus 2, we have 9.5. Now, why do we have plus 2 at the waist and we have plus 1 at the bust? Basically, it's because of your dart allowance at your waist region. That's why we tend to add plus 2 for the waist and plus 1 for the bust. So your top length actually depends on where you want your crop top to be. Yours could be at your under bust, yours could be at your navel level. Wherever you want your crop top to get up to automatically becomes your top length. So we have 17 inches. 17 inches plus 1, I have 18 inches, okay? So these are the basic measurements required for a wrap crop top. So now let's move to the fabric. So the first thing we have to do is to mark. So I'm going to be drafting it on the pattern paper first before I transfer it to the fabric. So the first thing we have to do is to mark our basic line. So we have our shoulder to our armhole, 9.5 inches. To our bust point, we have 10 inches. To our under bust, we have 13.5 inches. And to our top length, we have 18 inches. We have 18 inches. So I'm going to mark this all the way down. So after marking it, I'm going to connect the line, making use of my pattern master. Now this pattern master is available at our store, and one thing I love about this pattern master is very flexible. Okay, so I'm going to connect these lines together. So after drawing up the lines, the next thing we have to do is to mark our dart. So our dart is 4 inches. We are going to indicate the 4 inches all the way down. So we have 4 inches. So don't forget that this is our waistline. Always label your pattern. This is our waistline, our under bust, our bust measurement, and our armhole measurement. So as our waist measurement, mark ½ inch at both sides. Okay, so because of the dart, don't forget that in our basic measurement we added 2 inches to the dart, to the waist point. So the 2 inches we added is because of this dart that we are marking now. Okay, so this is what you have after connecting the lines. So this is our back block. This is the back block. So the next thing we have to do is to mark our armhole. So we have 3 inches for the neckline and we have 7.5 inches for our shoulder. So don't forget to take away your 1.5 for your shoulder slope. So you connect your 1.5 to your neckline. So this is what you have. So the next thing you have to do is to mark your bust measurement. So our bust measurement is 10.25. You mark your bust measurement 10.25. Our waist measurement is 9.5. So you connect the lines together. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Drop your comments, your questions down below at the comment section. So after that, we are going to connect our armhole, making use of our pattern master. Yeah, so this is what we have for the back block. So the next thing we have to do is to cut off this back block. So I'm going to cut it off and show you guys how to close your back block. So you can decide to close close up your dart if you want to, and you can decide to leave it that way. So I'm going to close it up. So after closing it up, this is what you are going to have. So don't forget that this is for the back block. So we are going to make use of this. I'm going to trace out this on another piece of fabric to give us tracing. What we did here was we just placed the back block on the another pattern paper, and we used it to trace out the front panel. So after that, the next thing you have to do is to come to your waistline. You are going to extend this your waistline. So the number of inches you use to extend your waistline will depend on how you want the belt to be long. So let's say you can go within between 15 inches to 20 inches. It actually depends on how you want the belt to be long. So for me, I'm going to make use of 16 inches. So this is where I have my 16 inches. So I'm going to make use of my pattern master to extend the line up to that point, up to where we have our 16 inches. So after that, this is what we have. After that, the next thing you have to do is to mark 2 inches. So after marking our 16 inches, we are going to take 2 inches. Now, the reason why we are taking 2 inches is for the wideness of the belt. So if you want yours to be 1.5 inch, you want yours to be 3 inches, you just mark it after this point, okay? So we are going to mark 2 inches. After marking it, we are going to connect the lines together. So this is what we have. We are going to connect the lines together. Now, don't forget that this is the front block. By the time you have your 2 inches at this point, it simply means that your back block won't be able to join to your front block. So what you are going to do to achieve that is just to slant this line like this. Okay, it's just to slant it like this. So the back block and the front block will be equal at this point. So you just slant it. Now, for the edge, it depends on how you want your belt to be. So let's say you want your belt to have a sharp mouth, or you want your belt to have a triangle mouth. You just, whatever shape you give it at this point automatically becomes how your belt is going to be. So the next thing we have to do now is to get our neckline. So don't forget that this is where we have our 3 inches. This is where we have our 3 inches. So we are going to connect our neckline. So for your neckline, you connect your neckline to your armhole this way. So this is what you have for your neckline. So your neckline, after when you connect it to this point, you have to connect it to where you have your belt. So you extend this line up to where you have your belt measure, your 16 inches, okay? So be very careful at this point. So you connect it this way. I'm actually painting it because I'm making use of a pen, so you guys can see it clearly. Okay, yeah, so this is what we have. So I'm going to cut this out and show you guys what it looks like. So basically, this is what you are going to have. So I'm going to cut this out and show you guys what it looks like. So this is what you are going to have at the end of it. This is our belt, and this is the front block. This is the back block. So the next thing we have to do now is to place this on because the front is not going to be open, and you also have an open back. So I'm just going to cut this out and show you guys what it looks like. So after cutting it, this is what we are going to have. So for the back piece, you have one single piece for the back piece this way, and for the front piece you have 2 pieces this way. Okay, so you have one coming this way and you have the other one coming this way. So it's very easy. So what you have to do for you to sew this very easy. All you have to do is to hem your neckline, okay? Hem the neckline, and for the front piece, you hem this part of the front piece. After that, you join your shoulders together. You join the shoulders together this way. You join the shoulder of this one together, okay? Then you join the two sides together. You join your two sides together. So for the front piece, you have this that you are going to tie. So this is what you have. After joining your sides together, you join your sides, you join your armhole, you hem your neckline. So you have these two pieces at the front that you are going to tie this way. You have these two front pieces that you are going to tie this way at the front, okay? So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.